Well, hello everyone. My name is James King, and I am your student's Journalism 1-2 Introduction to Journalism Studies teacher. I typically find that guardians tend to want to know something about the teacher that is spending so much time with their students. So, if you don't know me yet, I am fortunate that I've had many of your students in the past for a little class that you might know called English 1-2. But if you don't know me yet, a little bit about me. I am a graduate of Sunny Slope High School, and I grew up in the district. I still live in the district, so this school is important to me. After high school, I did spend a very, very brief stint as a staff writer at the Daily Wildcat. And when I dropped out, did I say that? Sorry, excuse me. When I stopped going to the University of Arizona, it was because adventure was out there, and I moved to Orlando, Florida, where I worked at Walt Disney World for 7 years. My last job at Disney World was working for a place called Disney University, which was a training facility for all of the cast members or employees. While teaching adults a bunch of different skills, it dawned on me, hey, maybe you should become a teacher. So I headed on over to the University of Central Florida, where I studied English, communication, and business. And since then, I moved back to Arizona, of course, started teaching at Sunny Slope. I've also been very fortunate to gigs. I have been asked to produce and write and be on a few podcasts, and I do keep a monthly blog with an education nonprofit. So I do have a bit of journalism background myself, actively writing and producing work all the time. And not to brag or anything, but I am a former editor of the Viking Views. So it is great to be taking over the journalism program that I once was a member of as a student. Here's a nice little article that I kept in a Ziploc bag all of these years. Right? I really thought I was a big muckraker here. It's like I was battling with the principal, and I was doing exposés on parking lot problems, and I went down to the school board, and then this was my big article achievement saying, like, change is here, Sunny Slope. You're welcome, basically, is what I was trying to say. Anyway, I'm very fortunate. The woman, Deanne Hutchison, who was my staff advisor, is still presently working at Sunny Slope today, and we're using this year as a transition year for her to mentor me, taking over the introduction class so that next year I can be teaching both introduction to and the newspaper staff. And so we are working in tandem this year to ensure that in the future, the legacy of the Viking Views continues on. If you need to contact me, and please do if you ever have any questions, please email me at james.king@guhsdaz.org. We have a lot of things that we'll go through this year, hopefully. I say hopefully because there's a few aspects of the Journalism 1-2 class that we would need school equipment to do. But assuming that we don't, assuming nothing, we'll see what happens in the second semester or the second quarter, but we'll be sure to fill up our time and make the most of this introduction to journalism class. Now, Journalism 1-2 does qualify your students for what is called a career and technical education credit. Students do need one CTE credit to graduate from high school, but if they already have a CTE credit from, say, a business class or wood shop or something else, this class still helps them fulfill their graduation requirements, as they are required to have 6 electives by the time of graduation. Now, homework in this class should be minimal. It is an elective. I am cognizant of the fact that many of the students have very pressing other classes, and also the class is designed to be activity-based. We're supposed to be having conversations. We take in information and practice with it daily, but not necessarily having like lengthy writing assignments. That would come, I suppose, if your students ever joined the newspaper staff and took journalism 3-4. So homework should be minimal. I encourage students that if they cannot complete the work in the time frame that I permit in class, that they simply communicate what their challenges are, ask for an extension so that I can help them. I am more than happy to let everyone have the time that they need. That information just needs to be communicated. Grades are going to be posted on Synergy, which is Student View or Parent View, every Wednesday. I sometimes input it late Tuesday night, but that will be where you can find that. And by taking Journalism 1-2, your student is already part of the Sunny Slope Journalism program. Occasionally, the newspaper editor may request or be on the hunt for filler. So if the students here have any exceptional work, they might be featured this year in the Viking Views, which is most likely going to be an online platform. If they want to be permanent members of the Viking Views staff, then they need to register for Journalism 3-4. Make sure to email your counselor if you feel like you want to make a change to your schedule sooner rather than later. As I said, the newspaper is mainly digital this school year, and if you are interested, you can head on over to vikingnewspaper.wordpress.com. Of course, if your student's work is going to be featured, I will send you an email and give you a link directly so that you can check it out. But if you're ever curious, vikingsnewspaper.wordpress.com. And I've already rambled for 7 minutes, which is probably 2 minutes longer than you cared to watch. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please email me, james.king@guhsdaz.org. Thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to the semester with your students.